Rick here from Hamilton Sports Central, and we already have a comment says it would be funny if Ottawa would beat Montreal. Yes, that would be funny if somehow Jake Maier pulls it out of his butt to get the win. But before we start today's live stream, we have a little mention about our sponsor. This live stream is proud and sponsored by KPHR Radio, Hamilton's home for classic rock. If you love your legendary rock anthems, great on-air personalities, and community-focused programming, be sure to tune in to KPHR Radio. Listen live and discover all of their shows, music, and more by visiting katradiogroup.ca. Thank you to KPHR Radio for sponsoring and supporting Hamilton Sports Central and helping bring you today's live stream. No Kate Burness today, but it is what it is. We have our snacks, we have our drinks. We even have our lovely, as I've been known as Pink Cup Rick, we even have our Pink Cup ready to go. We have Laura Dykin, Dave Naylor, and Stavros Kachatonis on air today. So Naylor's saying that the key player for him is Greg Bell. And Stavros is saying that his choice for the key player is Ottawa's secondary. Which is funny because apparently Stavros played a round of golf today and then goes to Toronto for the panel. And Southbrook and Hamilton. I mean, you're going from Hamilton to Toronto, so I can't see it being that bad. So in Montreal playing host to Ottawa, and Ottawa is now playing in their whites yet again. As we are going to commercial. Good thing about being on CFL Classics earlier, when I did the Toronto game, was CFL Classics always takes out the commercials, so it was nice. Now we got to sit through the commercials and listen to CFL Plus music. Supernatural. A lot goes into staying ready beyond practice and games. So we spent the day taking you out through a few of the recovery tools Jamal uses. Okay, let's see what he uses. Of course, I had to try one of them out, even though it's been a while since I was an athlete. These tools, okay. I guess it's a spa. what she says.
Exactly. For the coldest thing I ever been in. Yeah. The crowd was one of my favorite. The red light there too. Supernatural. We will be back. Supernatural just opened up a clinic in Hamilton, Ontario, so we are going to...
Oh, so Supernatural, I guess, is some type of clinic, okay.
Are you ready? No, I'm nervous. I have not done cryotherapy in so long, so I'm nervous.
Cryotherapy?
Supernatural just opened up a clinic in Hamilton, Ontario, so we are going to go on a...
No.
Date and do some recovery. So come with us. Are you ready? No, I'm nervous. I have not done cryotherapy in so long, so I'm nervous.
Trial therapy? Is that what they call it?
Church up, young boy.
Holy shit! What? There's no way! Yo, that was peak!
Supernatural.
We'll have to watch that later. Pink Cup Rick as analyst does, and yes, he does say, remember to like the video and subscribe. Rick does a great job. Yes, I do. Second game we did today, and we did the Toronto and Ryder one earlier. What a game that was. Yesterday I did round 2 of the draft. That was 5 hours, and then a football game last night. Friday I did 4 hours for the draft. We're just live streaming crazy this weekend. Come on, just start this game already, please. You're killing me here. Finally, back from commercial. Okay, so we got Marshall Ferguson. And who else? Not Glenn Suter, please. No, Glenn Suter. Ooh, Marshall and Paula, please. Interesting. Because the panel is still in BC for the Calamon game next week. So, I'm assuming so. First loss against Edmonton last week and trying to bounce back this week. '50th start for Jake Mary's 19, 29, and 1. Get your crap together. Dinwiddie's 51 and 37 for his CFL career, and he's 8-1 versus Montreal. Jason Moss is 74, 51 and 1, and he's 15 and 3 against Ottawa. So Montreal starts with the ball. Ottawa kicks it off, and Alfred, I'd say, runs it up to, the 44? For a 23-yard return. Lothar kicked it off for 59 yards. Alexander 2-1, 68.5 completion, 1,133 yards, and 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 244 pass attempts without an interception. Stevie Scott the third rushes for 6 yards to the Montreal 50. Bryce Carter with the tackle, so it's going to be 2nd and 4. See if both teams have a balanced game or if we're going to see more passes than rushing, and see if Greg Bell can step up his game today, because if not, that 200 and whatever thousand you're paying him is definitely not worth it. Tice is lined up as a tight end at the bottom of the screen. Alexander passes to Tice for 5 yards to the Montreal 55. Williams with the tackle, and it's going to be a first down, Alouettes. Offensive coordinator for Montreal is Anthony Calvillo. Alexander passes to Tyson Philpott for 15 yards to Ottawa 40. It's going to be a first down, Alouettes. So far, you can tell that no matter how much you give players in this league, because Edmonton a few years ago tried to buy their team, their defense, that didn't work out well. They're finally getting stuff together. Ottawa's tried to buy their defense. That hasn't worked out this year. Alexander passes to Thice is incomplete, broken up by Williams. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the Ottawa 40. Will Fields is the defensive coordinator who was one of the defensive coordinators from Toronto last year. Davis Alexander throws incomplete to Alexander Holland, so a 2-and-out for Montreal to start the game. Well, I mean, they had a few completions. So far, Alexander is 2 for 4 for 20 yards. I can just see the headlines now if Ottawa beats Montreal. Losing to the worst team in the league. I mean, worst team in the East, I should say. Because after yesterday's game, BC against Calgary, you could say BC's up there. Malto's field goal is no good for 48 yards. Forgot to put up my banner. First quarter. Off the uprights and you miss. So, with that miss, they start at the 40-yard line. Well, analyst S, you've already drenched Montreal already. You're to blame if they lose. Did you hear that? You guys are to blame if they lose. Let's go, Ottawa. Keep the pace up in the East. Montreal loses. 25 of 40, 281 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions against Toronto last week. Okay, let's see what Jake Mara has to do. 0-2, 61% completion, 484 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 completions, or 2 interceptions in 2 games so far this year. Oh. Jake Mara passes to Greg Bell for 8 yards to the Ottawa 48, 2nd and 2. Offensive coordinator is also head coach Ryan Dinwiddie. Jermaine Victor, who came over from Edmonton after being cut in training camp, is now playing in spot for Eugene Lewis. Ottawa's second down conversion, 37% on second down, is 9th in the league. Jake Mara throws incomplete. 3rd and 2. Oh, there's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Come on, what's the flag? Oh, intentional grounding. So 6 yards. I go from the Ottawa 48 to the Ottawa 2 or 42. Ben Major with the bilingual for today's game, which I thought they had Andre Proulx do a game earlier today. You would have thought he would have been in for the Ottawa Montreal game this week. Davis Alexander's at 248 for consecutive passes without interception. He has to get to 323 for Darian Durant. Getman punts it for 62 yards to the Montreal 6. Alford returns it for 12 yards to the Montreal 18. Valen with the tackle. Aaron Casey, the former Argo, injured on the play. Has to come out for 3 plays because the athletic team or the medical team went out on the field. Flag on the play. Stevie Scott, I would say, got 7 yards on that run. Illegal block, hands to the face on Ottawa. Niles Morgan. So it's going to be a first down. Montreal. Listen, Montreal doesn't need anyone's help. Do not be giving them any more yards than what they need off of penalties. Come on, people. Oh! Davis Alexander almost fumbled the ball, but he fell on it. Second down. And a loss of 7, so 2nd and 17. That should have been 2nd and 17 TSN, not 2nd and 16. Wow. How do you give him all that space? He should have been tackled behind the line. It should have been 3rd down. But yet he reverses and you let him run up 22 yards. He's like, oh, I'll stop right here. There's 2 guys in front of me. But I'll turn around and run the other way for 22 yards. Davis Alexander passes to Sneed for 7 yards to the Montreal 50. Amari Henderson with the tackle, so it's going to be 2nd and 3. Stevie Scott the third rushes for 7 yards to Ottawa 53. CJ Revis with the tackle. It's going to be a 1st down, Montreal. Like, why can't we play Ottawa right now for an easy win? Like, why do we have to wait to the end of the season twice? Within the last 4 weeks. Alexander passes to Philpott for 9 yards to the Ottawa 44. Williams with the tackle. All Montreal has for offense is Philpott and Sneed. That's it. You shut them down and they have nothing. Alexander passes to Philpott. Oh, they just did that one. Duh. There's a flag on the play. Oh, there's a holding call in Montreal. Good job, good job. Alexander passed to Dubois for 24 yards to Ottawa 19, but there's holding on Olgins Sandon, 10 yards. So it goes from Ottawa 43 to Ottawa 53. 2nd and 20. Wow. Like, how are you leaving these people open? Alexander throws to Hollins for a 53-yard touchdown. Where are we here? Alouettes. Here we go. We'll throw it on a loop. They leave the guy wide open. Lane says, who do I want to finish ninth more, BC or Ottawa? Listen, I want BC to finish ninth because I don't have to listen to people say, oh, Rourke, poster boy. He is the greatest ever. Listen, Rourke couldn't win and get into first place if his life depended on it. Both teams have the garbage defense. It's just one's the worst team in the West, one's the worst team in the East. Simple as that. Alexander's already 5 for 7, 90 yards and a touchdown. Dun, dun. Do. Alexander Hollins hasn't been the greatest since he was with BC. Three defenders left the guy wide open. What a return for Pimpleton. .607 left in the first quarter as Alouettes lead 7-0. Come on, game tracker. Let's see that kick. Fine. I'm curious to see what Dave Naylor, Stavros Katratonis, and what the heck is her name? Laura Dykin discuss at halftime. Okay, what the heck is going on? CFL Plus is frozen. Great. Maltos kicks it off for 73 yards to Ottawa 7. Pimpleton returns it for 48 yards to the Ottawa 55. And there's an unnecessary roughness penalty. Josh Archibald, 15 yards from the Ottawa 55 to the Montreal 40. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Now we're back. Eugene Lewis has 7 catches for 95 yards on the season. He's having a down season. Greg Bell rushes for 6 yards to the Montreal 34. So 2nd and 4 at the Montreal 35. Mustafa Johnson with the tackle. Noel Thorpe, the defensive coordinator for Montreal. Oh, wow. Greg Bell actually got a first down. And now Greg Bell's injured. Ugh. Oh, well, he's got Daniel Adnaboye now. Greg Bell rushes for 5 yards to the Montreal 29. Baverette with the tackle. However, Greg Bell's down injured. So that means that Daniel Adnaboye will be your new running back. Fight. You know what? Let's look at their depth chart for a second. Because with Greg Bell out, you have Daniel Adnaboye and Goslin, I guess, depending on how bad that injury is to Greg Bell. It's funny because he just came back from injury. Now he's injured again. And he's still on the field. Oh, he injured his neck. By the way that looked. They're glabbing, so he must be up off the field. Oh, well, he's walking off the field. That's good to see. Daniel Adnaboye is in the game. See what he gets as they go into the injured tent. And a sack on Jake Mayer, and there's a flag on the play. Jake Mayer sacked for 9 yards to the Montreal 38, and it's procedure on Ottawa, no end, so it's penalties declined. So 2nd and 19. Jake Mayer throws to Daniel Adnaboye for 8 yards to the Montreal 30. Micah Alouettes with the tackle. So it's 3rd and 11. Wow, 3 and 12 last week and 2nd and long. Let's go Brett Lothar and see what you can do. Brett Lothar kicks the field goal. That's touchdown. We got this one. So it's 7-3. Oops, forgot to put the 3. So Montreal's going to start at the 40. At least if you don't have a good return game, you can always get good yardage by starting at the 40. Alexander passes to Philpott for 8 yards to the Montreal 48. Stevie Scott rushes for 3 yards to the Montreal 51. Williams with the tackle. It's going to be a first and 10 for Montreal. Under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first. Alexander passes to Philpott for 9 yards to the Ottawa 50. Brown with the tackle. Again, all you have to do is shut down Sneed and Philpott. And Montreal has nothing. Like, that's all Montreal has right now is Philpott and Sneed. Shut them down, and Montreal has nothing. Alexander rushes for 2 yards to the Ottawa 48. Agelli with the tackle, so it's going to be first and 10 at the Ottawa 48. Flags on the play. Ottawa offside 5 yards to the 48 to the 43. Alexander passes incomplete to Holland, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Yes! Intentional grounding. Should be intentional grounding. There's no one around. Yeah, there's no one around. So what is it? Intentional groundings or what? Yes. Okay. Good. They called it intentional grounding. Good. 12 yards from Ottawa 43 to Ottawa 55. 3rd and 17. Zima punts 48 yards to the Ottawa 7 out of bounds. Making things simple. They're only running 40 plays. Greg Bell is back in the game, rushing for 8 yards to Ottawa 15. This upcoming play is going to be the last play of the first quarter. 2nd and 2. Greg Bell rushes for 1 yard to the Ottawa 16. Third and 1. Ottawa's offense is still garbage. Can't count on Ottawa to win games. Do, 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 do. Bum 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 bum. So we will have. Where's my schedule for next week? I wrote it down. Where is it? Here we are. So Thursday we'll have the Toronto Calgary game at 9:00 on the channel. Friday we'll have the Saskatchewan at Ottawa. Saturday we will have the Edmonton at BC. Sunday I will be at the Hamilton game, but we will have that in a tape delay on the Monday, the day after. See if we can go 2-0 against Winnipeg. Last Montreal loss to Ottawa was October 10th, 2022. 10 games straight. Getman punts 51 yards to Montreal 43. Alford returns it for 16 yards to Ottawa 51. Again to Philpott. Alexander passes to Tyson Philpott for 14 yards to Ottawa 37. DeMario Houston with the tackle. You don't shut down Philpott and Sneed, you're losing this game. I'm telling you that right now. Again, all he has is Philpott and Sneed. Alexander passes to Philpott for 32 yards to the Ottawa 5. Williams with the tackle. If you don't double team them or something like that, you are not. You're not winning this game. I don't care who you are. Thies rushes for 4 yards to Ottawa 1, and Montreal's about to get a touchdown on this next play. Dustin Crum rushes to the end zone, but there's a flag on the play. Penalty is Ottawa offside again. Ottawa, you're killing this game with penalties, man. Montreal with the touchdown. 14-3. There's no way Jake Mayer starts next game. McLeod Bethel Thompson will arrive at practice tomorrow. I guarantee he starts next game. What's Phil Pollard at now? 88 yards on 6 carries. Like, I can't wait till we play Ottawa because Keandre Smith, Daniel Adnaboy, or not Keandre Smith, Kenny Lawler, Wheatfall, Gittins Jr. We're going to have like an air show on this team. Like, Bo's going to have like 5 touchdowns. Guaranteed on this team. Like, I mean, if Toronto can throw 4 touchdowns on this team, Montreal already has 2. I'm sure we can get at least 5 on this team. Maltos kicks off for 67 yards to Ottawa 13. Pimpleton returns it for 29 yards to Ottawa 42. Tyrell Richards with the tackle. Jake Mayer passes to Bell for 12 yards to Ottawa 54. Robert Kennedy with the tackle, so it's going to be first down Ottawa. Mayer passes to Keelan White for 5 yards to the Montreal 51. Najee Murray with the tackle, so 2nd and 5. Mayer to throw to McDonald for 0 yards to Montreal 51. Callis with the tackle. Getman punts it for 36 yards to Montreal 15. Alfred returns it for 6 to Montreal 21. Borderic with the tackle. Yeah, Paula, please. I've been saying that all along. They're not going to double team Philpott. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh. Tomorrow or Tuesday, the new episode of the Ticats documentary comes out. On the Ticat YouTube channel. So we'll have to see how that episode works out. Yes. Alexander passes deep. Incomplete to Ferdinand. After Stevie Scott, the third rushes for 2 yards, so it's 3rd and 8 from the Montreal 23. Good job. That's what you guys need to do. Good job, Hunter. Two notes this season is 10% of the drives for Montreal, and they're first in the CFL. Zima punts 44 yards to Ottawa 43. Pimpleton returns it for 12 yards to Ottawa 55. Jonathan Sutherland with the tackle. .818 left in the second quarter. 14-3 for Montreal. Jake Merritt passes incomplete to Greg Bell. Who knew that would be the first incompletion for Jake Merritt? That's actually the second one. Jake Merritt throws incomplete. Zach Pelios, man. That was Zach Pelios' fault. Victor's the injured red black on the field. Well, Ottawa's challenging the play. Ooh. Roughing the passer penalty. Interesting. Everett with the roughing the passer. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Montreal 40. So he hit Jake Merritt in the head, so that's why. Jake Merritt passed to Keelan White as the first down. For 24 yards. So it's 1st and 10 at the Montreal 16. Goes for deep. Incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10 at the Montreal 16. He was going for Aiden Eberhardt. Montreal and their stupid horns. Mustafa Johnson with the sack. Of 11 yards to Montreal 27. That offensive line was atrocious on that play. Brett Lothar kicks a 34-yard field goal. So it's 14-6. Saturday in Houston. Let's see. One o'clock Saturday. What are my plans for Saturday? Where's my paper? Saturday. Game's not till 7, so I could do the Canada-Netherlands game. Alexander passes to Sneed for 7 yards to Montreal 7. And then Stevie Scott rushes for 4 yards to Montreal 51 for a first down. Under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Alexander throws incomplete to Tyler Sneed, 2nd and 10 from the Montreal 51. Throws incomplete again. Let's go. 3rd and 10 at the Montreal 51. So 3-minute warning in Montreal. Three minutes to go in the second quarter. Can Ottawa get some points before the end of the quarter? Is the question. And not a field goal. It has to be a touchdown. Jake Maier, 6 for 8 for 57 yards. Davis Alexander, 10 for 16, 160 yards and a touchdown. Alexander Hollins is 1 for 3 for 53 yards and a touchdown. Tyson Philippot, 6 for 7. Beverett leads Montreal defense with 3 defensive tackles, while Bennett Williams leads the Redblacks with 4. Zemo punts it for 43 yards to the Ottawa 16. Pimpleton returns it for 21 yards to Ottawa 37. Hamlin with the tackle. So 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 37. Maier sacked for 7 yards to the Ottawa 30. 2nd and 17. Wise with the sack. Like I'm not even blaming all of Jake Maier. It's the defense. It's the offensive line. It's everything. All these screens. Jake Maier's scared to throw the deep ball. Jake Maier throws to Greg Bell for 4 yards to the Ottawa 34. Wise with the tackle. Getman punts 58 yards to the Montreal 18. Alford returns it for 34 yards to the Montreal 52. It's objectable conduct, 10 yards for Ottawa from Montreal 52 to the Ottawa 48. Alexander throws to Tyson Philpott for 37 yards to the Ottawa 11. Like, you're leaving these people freaking wide open. Roughing the passer on Ottawa, so that just makes it even more. So it's from the 11 to the Ottawa 5 on that roughing the passer penalty. Justin Crum is now into the game to get the touchdown. He did not get in. He got a 4-yard rush to the 1, so it's 2nd and 1 at the 1. Gets stopped again, but there's a penalty on the play. Slice rushes for 0 yards, but it's offside on Ottawa, so it's a first down. Like, the amount of penalties on this team, like, come on. And Crum gets another touchdown. No, wrong one. This one. Like, oh my Lord. No, I'm curious. When do they play? Really? They don't play till week 13? No. There's no way that they play a week 13. Damn, it is week 13. What is BC? Oh, damn. Maltos kicks off for 72 yards to the Ottawa 8. Pimbleton with a 29-yard return to Ottawa 37. Jason Moss gets taken out. Unnecessary roughness, Beverett, 15 yards. From the Montreal 51 to the Montreal 36. And Jake Mayer passed to Pimpleton's for 22 yards. Mayer pass incomplete to Greg Bell. 2nd and 10 at the 36. And throws an interception. Wesley Sutton with the interception. What's Jake Mayer at? Jake Mayer is at 8 for 12 for 83 yards and an interception. Like, if Barnes is not put in the second half, Ottawa deserves to lose this game. Jake Mayer just isn't a starter. Stevie Scott the third rushes for 4 yards to the Montreal 7. Niles Morgan with the tackle. You know what? I'm curious. Is AJ Allen signed a 2-year deal? That sucks. Niles Morgan is contracts up at the end of this year. Alexander rushes for 1 yard to the Montreal 14. Niles Morgan with the tackle. First down, Montreal. Montreal's 16 first downs to Ottawa's 5. Tice rushes for 5 yards to the Montreal 19. Bryce Carter with the tackle. 2nd and 5. I'm trying to see. Let's see this for a second. So we are in what week? So they have Edmonton bye week, Edmonton, Toronto, Winnipeg. Edmonton. Three-headed monster. Come on, it's really 2. Cadence playbook ain't working. I shall be back. Do. Let's look at team stats. Ottawa has 12 passes for 83 yards, average of 6.9. They have four rushes for 20 yards, average of 5. 3 passes for a loss of 27 yards. 20 plays for 76 yards on net offense, 3.8 on average. 3 rushes, 1 pass, and 1 penalty for first downs. 1 sack for 7 yards. 2 for 8 on second down. They have 1 giveaway for an interception. Six penalties for 41 yards, which I thought that they would have had more. But you got to remember, a lot of the penalties were declined. They're 0-1 for the red zone. And they're 2 for 2 for field goals. Longest is 37. 4 punts for 207 yards, 51.8. 2 punt returns for 33 yards, average of 16.5. And then we have 3 kickoffs for 106 yards, 35.3. Time of possession is 10 minutes and 46 seconds. For Montreal, we have 18 passing plays for 203 yards, average of 11.3. 15 rushing plays for 62 yards and a 4.1. 8 team losses, or 2 team losses for 8 yards. 35 plays for 257 yards, average of 7.3. 7 rushes, 8 passes, and 2 penalties for first downs. 3 sacks for 27 yards. 7 for 12 for 58.3 yards, or 58.3 completions. Come on. Montreal's 2 for 2 for 100% for red zone. They have 1 interception return, 1 fumble return, no field goals because they missed a field goal. 3 punts for 135 yards, average of 45. 4 punts, 4 punt returns for 68 yards, and 17 on average. 1 kickoff for 23 yards, and 19 minutes and 14 seconds for time of possession. Ottawa has 83 passing, 20 rushes, 76 net yards, 1 turnover, 10 minutes and 46 seconds of possession, 203 passing yards for Montreal, 62 for settling down, Bob. CJ Reeves, you got to do more than settling down. Maltos kicks off for 70 yards to Ottawa 10. Adanaboye returns 31 yards to Ottawa 41. Jake Mayer passes to Eberhardt for 4 yards to Ottawa 45. Cantonard Coup with the tackle, so it's 2nd and 6. Mayer to Hardy for 5 yards to the Ottawa 50. 3rd and 1. Go for it. Greg Bell rushes for 7 yards to the Montreal 53. Boschman with the tackle. Jake Mayer throws to Greg Bell, incomplete, as it was hit down by someone's hand. Two for 9 for 22.2% on 2nd down. Ooh, Keelan White gets a 1st down for 10 yards. Mayer throws to Keelan White for 14 yards to the Montreal 29-yard line. Jake Merritt throws to Justin Hardy for a touchdown. Who knew? Who knew Jake Merritt could throw a touchdown, especially 29 yards? They're going for a 2-point convert. Nope, 2-point failed. 2-point failed. But at least they got the 6 points. 21-12. I'm in a CFL group chat and I said, who knew Jake Merritt could throw a touchdown? A Red Black fan says he was trying to get rid of it. So then someone else said, so an accidental touchdown? I don't know how you throw an accidental touchdown. They should have just gone for one and taken the point instead of going for two. Because it would have been 21 13, and you would only have been down by 8. No, I'm curious. Hardy, who knew Hardy could get yards of 34? Lothar kicks off 69 yards to Montreal 11. Alfred returns for 31 yards to Montreal 42. Alexander passes to Snead for 4 yards to Montreal 46. Second and 6. Alexander passes incomplete to Stevie Scott. 3rd and 6 from the Montreal 46. Zema punts for 47 yards to Ottawa 17. Pimpleton returns 0 yards. Steps out of bounds. Come on, you stupid people. All right. Ontario Secrets did a kickflip and ended up here. What's up, Rick? You got Baghammer. I mean, if Jake Mayer wasn't doing so great, then I mean, this game wouldn't be as bad. He just needs to learn to throw, and offensive line needs to play better. Because they're really roll me out by 8 points. If Ottawa can come back and do something this second half, Ottawa can beat Montreal. Anything's possible, my friend. Oh, I gotta change the banner to third quarter. Not second. Serve show. Thursday night, Toronto at Calgary. For the Stampede Bowl. Let's go back here. Greg Bell rushes for 8 yards to Ottawa 25, and then rushes 3 yards to gain for the Ottawa 28. Kennedy with the tackle, first down. Jake Mayer throws to Daniel Adnaboye for 14 yards to Ottawa 42. First down. Jake Mayer throws to Aiden Eberhardt for 6 yards to Ottawa 48. I mean, yeah, it was a dirty throw. As long as you block or double team Philpott and Sneed, that's all they have for wide receivers. I mean, yeah, you have the Hollands, but I mean, what has Hollands really done in the last 3 years? So it's 2nd and 4 at the Ottawa 48. Another catch. Jake Mayer to Justin Hardy for 10 yards to the Montreal 52. Mayer to Pimbleton for a first down, and there's going to be an added penalty on top of that. So Mayer to Pimbleton for 22 yards to the Montreal 30, but it was unnecessary roughness for 15 yards, so you go from Montreal 30 to Montreal 15. Mayer to Hardy for 9 yards to Montreal 6. And just Greg Bell rushes for 2 yards to the Montreal 4 for a first down. Jake Mayer throws to Keelan White for another touchdown. So Jake Mayer has thrown 2 touchdowns tonight. About this, and then to this. Wow, Brett Lothar missed that extra point. Oh, well, they're only down by a field goal. Now you know. Who knew? So we need 18. Or 2 whites. What was it? It was a 4-yard touchdown. Save. We got a game going on. We got a game. Two touchdowns in this second half. What the heck happened? I mean, yeah, you missed your 2-point convert and your extra point, but still. Could have been 21-6 if you didn't score these 2 touchdowns. Mayor currently, until Montreal gets the ball, Mayor has more passing yards than Alexander. Lothar kicks off for 68 yards to Montreal 12. Alfred returns it for 28 yards to Montreal 40. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Come on, a quick 2 and out for Montreal, please. We want a quick 2 and out for Montreal. Come on, a quick 2 and out. $3:50 left in the third quarter. Come on, a quick 2 and out, please. Let's go. Oh, nice. Flag on Montreal. First and 15, back 5 yards. So it's actually offside on Ottawa, so it's 1st and 5. But we got incomplete anyways. Let's go. 2nd and 5. One, do it again. Do it again, Ottawa. Do it again. Do it again, Ottawa. Do it again. Oh, Stevie Scott got a first down. God dang it. Under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Yes, nice. Ottawa ball. Ottawa ball. Oh, come on. Alexander passes Stevie Scott, the third, for 7 yards to Ottawa 53. So it's 2nd and 3. Nice. Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Stevie Scott rushed for a loss of 1 yard to the Ottawa 54. Bryce Carter with the tackle. So 3rd and 4. Joseph Zima's coming out to punt the ball. Alexander's getting pissed on the sideline. Zima punts for 41 yards to Ottawa 13. Pimpleton returned for 10 yards to the Ottawa 23. $19 for 24, 210, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Mayer pass to Eberhardt for 15 yards to the Ottawa 38. Jake Mayer throws incomplete to Greg Bell. So it's 2nd and 10. Final play of the 3rd quarter. Jake Mayer passes incomplete. Come on, Mayer. You're doing so well. So to start the 4th quarter, Getman's going to have to come on and punt. Fourth quarter. 3-point lead. See what this fourth quarter has in mind. Missed 7. Eight passes he's missed. 8.3, 9.7. Do. 234 net yards. 272 for Montreal. Mind you, Mayer has more passing yards than Alexander does. Getman punts 45 yards to Montreal 28. Alford returns for 9 yards to Montreal 37. See what Alexander can do. Alexander passes to Philpott for 10 yards to Montreal 47. Need to shut down Philpott. Alexander rushes for 1 yard to the Montreal 48. Niles Morgan with the tackle for a first down. I mean, I thought you had the first down last play, but leaves Philpott wide open. What else is new? Alexander passed to Philpott for 24 yards to the Ottawa 38. Like, can't the defense shut down Philpott? Alexander passes to Scott for 3 yards to the Ottawa 35. 2nd and 7. Demario Houston injured Redblack on the field. Passes to Philpott for 6 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Flag on the play. Go on, Montreal. Montreal. Montreal, come on, Montreal. Come on. Ruffin. Come on. Morgan. So Crum rushes for 1 yard, but Niles Morgan's undisciplined and gets a 15-yard penalty. And they go from Ottawa 28 to the 13-yard line. Stevie Scott rushes for 4 yards. How is that 4 yards? Okay, Niles Morgan with the tackle, so it's 2nd and 6 from the 9. Alexander passes Snead for a touchdown for 9 yards. Not a surprise. Now Montreal's up by 10. Okay, Jake Mary. Bounce back and score a touchdown to make this game close. '84, '95, '89. Oh, we have the second best defense in the league outside of Edmonton. Because Ottawa's going to have over 90 points against. We're at 84. Montreal's going to have over 100 points against. Is Montreal not on a bye next week? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Go Pimpleton! Maltos kicks off for 63 yards to Ottawa 17. Pimpleton returns for 43 yards to Montreal 50. Hamlin with the tackle. Let's go. Greg Bell or Daniel Adnaboye rushes for 2 yards to Montreal 48. 2nd and 8. Jake Mara throws to Hardy for 24 yards. Let's go. To Montreal 24. There, pass to your big guys. Let them get the yards. Passing complete to Hardy. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Jake Mara throws to Benjamin Victor for 19 yards. So it's first and goal at the 5. Greg Bell rushes for 0 yards to the Montreal 5, so it's 2nd and 5 at the 5. Come on, Ottawa. You're almost there. Come on, Mayor. You can do it. 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 Let's go. Keelan White again. Illegal contact on Montreal, penalties declined. There's hope. 25. Back down to a 3-point game, 7-12 left. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Do do. Bum bum. Lothar kicks off for 64 yards to the Ottawa or Montreal 16. Alfred returns it for 25 yards to the Montreal 41. Williams with the tackle. .705 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's go, Ottawa. Shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. Alexander passes to Stevie Scott III for 18 yards to the Ottawa 51. Hunter with the tackle. You can always wish for good things, but you can't. Like, even like an interception or like a fumble or something like that would be nice. Or 2 and out. Enough for Ottawa to go down and score the game-winning touchdown. Davis Alexander pass to Philpott for 15 yards to the Ottawa 36. Yeah, the reason why he's passed that is because that's all Alexander does is pass to Philpott. And you can't block Philpott. Stevie Scott III rushes for 31 yards to the Ottawa 5. First and goal in the Ottawa 5. Dice rushes for 5 yards to the end zone for Montreal touchdown. I'm only rooting for them because I want us and Yargos to surpass Montreal. And Montreal has a lot of cocky Fs on their team. That's why I'm rooting for Ottawa to pull off the upset. That is the only reason why. We can only hope that someone shuts this team down. Yeah, I know Ottawa lost. Their defense can't guard Philpott with trash. They've been leaving Philpott open all night long, and that's the sad part. BC is the worst team in the West, and Ottawa is the worst team in the East. I mean, I picked Montreal to win, but I was kind of hoping for Ottawa to lose, or for Ottawa to win. I mean, you're only down by 9, so you could quickly get it down to the end zone and then get the onside kick. And they missed the extra point. Even better. So 4:31 to go. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing at Malto's missing because Lothar's missed a point and then they missed a 2-point convert earlier. So if you've gotten those two extra points after the touchdowns, you really would be only down by like 6. Or 7 by a touchdown. Maltos kicks off for 69 yards to the Ottawa 11. Daniel Adnaboye returns for 33 yards to the Ottawa 44. Okay, so you still have lots of time to get it down the field. Oh, he could have kept on going for more yards had he have not tripped over his own feet. Had he have not tripped over his own feet, he would have had more yards. Okay, so what is... Mayor's at 273. Davis is at 299. You know that's going to... Even though if Ottawa loses, you know that's bad if Jake Mayer has more passing yards than Alexander. Mayer throws to Hardy for 18 yards. To the Montreal 48. Listen, there's still hope. There's still hope. Why they couldn't throw to Hardy earlier in the game is beyond me. Ever since they started to throw to Hardy, they've been doing better. What's Philpott at? Mayer throws to Pembleton for 8 yards to the Montreal 40, so it's going to be 2nd and 2. Hardy's at 95. Philpott's at 180. That's what happens when you can't protect someone or can't guard someone. Mayer throws incomplete to White. Go for it on 3rd and 2, you wimps. Okay, well, you had pressure on that. That's why. Go for it, you wimps. Go for it. if lot 3-minute timeout. Argo fan 21 says, feels like a turnaround game for so it brings to my question. Let's see. Ottawa has 34 against? So that would give them 107 against. BC's already given up more points than Ottawa has in the same amount of games. They have 25. I mean, that's only 70 points. So, I mean, BC still has more offense, but worse defense. We can always hope. Because I'm pretty sure when I did my season preview, I think I had Montreal in third. And I had either Hamilton first, Toronto first, or Hamilton second, Toronto second. Like, it was that close. Because right now, all Montreal has is 2 receivers. That's it. That's all Montreal has, while Speaker and Franco is it Speaker and I forget who the other receiver is that's injured right now. If you can guard Philpott, not let him get the yards, then Montreal wouldn't be doing that well in this game. Good. Redblacks should go for it here. 3rd and 2. 3-minute warning. Let's go. That's it. It's a complete, but there's a flag. Oh, Redblacks, you morons. Why are you holding? Oh. And that takes you out of field goal range. Mayor passes to White for 8 yards, but Vaccaro gets the 10-yard penalty, so they go back 10 yards. I mean, you still got to go for it on this point. Jake Merida Hardy for 24 yards to the 26. Nate Boschman for the tackle. Let's go. First down. Let's go. Merida Victor for 13 yards to the Montreal 13. This goes to show games aren't over until that clock reaches 0. Care what anyone says. And where the heck was this offense the first half? They came out sooner. This game would have been closer had they not have only gotten 6 points in the first half. Jake Merritt pass to Hardy's incomplete, so 2nd and 10 from the Montreal 13. Merritt throws incomplete to Aiden Eberhardt. So it's 3rd and 10 at the Montreal 13. Ugh. So Ottawa still has a timeout. They're coming to kick the field goal. So you're down by 5 with 2:24 left. Lothar kicks the field goal. It would technically be a field goal if they didn't miss that 2-point convert and that convert earlier. Jake Mara, 336 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lothar kicks off for 72 yards to the Montreal 8. Alford returns it for 28 yards to the Montreal 36. Parks with the tackle. Toronto at Calgary for the Stampede Bowl Thursday night. Friday night, you have Saskatchewan versus Ottawa, Edmonton at BC, and then to finish it off Sunday, have Winnipeg at Hamilton. Now the penalty. Montreal offside. Let's go. 1st and 15. Alexander rushes for 7 yards to the Montreal 38. A.J. Allen with the tackle. Oh, Alexander limping. Alexander doesn't want to come out. He's limping. Oh. Sunday in the Hammer. Yes, Sunday night in the Hammer with our gray Hammer jerseys. Come on, incomplete. Come on. Like, they just have 2 receivers on their team, Snead and Philpott. It's not that hard. 46-yard pass. Like, get out of here. Who am I going with? I just know Phil wants a ticket for Sunday. That's all I know. Other than that, I'm not going. No one's told me that they want to go. Because I haven't asked anyone yet. Nice rushes for 8 yards to the Ottawa 18. AJ Allen and with the tackle. Alexander, you need to go sit down for a few weeks. You don't look 100%, my friend. Is that hamstring bothering you again? Phil asked me to buy him a ticket, so he never said anything about using my spare ticket. Nice rushes for 1 yard to the Ottawa 17. Ooh, third and 1. Come on, big boys. Stop him here and you get the turnover on downs. Then you can go score the game-winning touchdown. Whatever you do, do not get an offside on Ottawa, please, for the love of God. Just stop him here and it's turnover on downs. Oh, they're kicking a field goal. Never mind. Missed the field goal. Missed the field goal. Miss it. Ah. Oh, well, at least Ottawa go down and score a touchdown, so the loss is only 3 points. It's not as bad as BC's loss yesterday. Let's go, Pimpleton! This game's not over yet. This game's not over yet. Let's go, Pimpleton! This game is not over yet. So you got one person winning groceries. Too bad there wasn't more time so they could win $1 million, but they won groceries for life, though. Come on, Laura Day can tell that person that they've won groceries for a year. 37-35. Well, pumped person that won groceries for the year. So now, the worst thing about it is that 2-point convert. Had they have just gone for that single and Lawton not miss it, this game would be tied. Stephanie Gold from Chilliwack just won groceries for a year. Let's go. Just think that's going to come back and haunt them. Montreal could easily be 1-3 right now. Well, we're going to end the stream there. I have to go join the analyst desk on their post game. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. This is Rick from Hamilton Sports Central, and have yourself a great rest of your day.